Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the Peach Pod After Dark. I am Jeff. Pretty soon, I'm going to be a 50-year-old kid. Joining me on the other end of the internet, my host.
I'm Leslie, and I'm not living with you. We occupy the same cage.
Man. All right. This week, Cheesemeisters, we are talking about Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, the 1958 mendacious masterpiece.
Yeah.
Written by Richard Brooks and James Poe, based on a play by Tennessee Williams. Directed by Richard Brooks, starring Elizabeth Taylor as Maggie the Cat, Paul Newman as Brick the Cat, Burl Ives as Big Daddy the Cat, Madeline Sherwood as May the Cat, and Jack Carson as Gooper the Cat. We are watching
Mama
this.
doesn't even get a recognition.
Oh, you know what? Let's see what the hell Big Mama's name is. Judith Anderson as Big Mama the Cat.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We were watching this in conjunction with season 4, episode 30, Vital Signs, because Brenda took a lot of curtain calls for being in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, but we never got to see a bit of it. Our spelling connections this week are Elizabeth Taylor herself. She was in an episode of Hotel. And Madeline Sherwood, May, who was also in Hotel and in Dynasty. So, so we got some spelling connections in this film. This movie has 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, 92% on the Popometer. It was nominated for 6 Oscars, did not win a one of them. So there's that. Yep. I got to pull up the list of what it was nominated for. Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Writing, and Best Cinematography, Color. Didn't win a one of them.
Granted, I don't know who did win, but I'll just say it for the sake of saying it. Elizabeth Taylor and Paul Newman were robbed. They both did a fantastic job in this.
Yeah, I'd have to look up and see who did win. I suppose.
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me, but sure, I'm curious.
David Nivens won for Separate Tables. That's interesting. I've never even heard of that movie.
Nope.
Oh, wow. Burl Ives won for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for a different movie.
Wow.
That's a year. That is a year for Burl Ives.
You know,
yeah.
For a movie that Hollywood censored the shit out of, pretty interesting they still didn't win. So you might as well have left the gay shit in.
Yeah, put more gay shit in this movie. Yeah. Susan Hayward won for I Want to Live, another movie I've never heard of.
Yeah, these are nobodies.
Yeah. Best Cinematography Color was Gigi, which I believe also won Best Picture. Is that right? Yeah.
I've never seen it, and I don't intend to.
No, I haven't seen it either. But I'm good. All right. So, had you seen this movie before?
I had.
Okay, I had not. This was, and I'm a bit of a blank slate when it comes to Tennessee Williams, except going into this movie, and I think here's why I'm a blank slate. Because I'm going to tell you what I think and how what I think is probably not true, but it's still there. Okay. What I think is that I don't really like plays where people are in a room and they come into the room and they say some stuff and then they leave the room and someone else comes into the room and they say some stuff and then maybe they go in a different room, but mostly they stay in this room. And then they come in the room again and a different person says some stuff and then they leave and go to a different room. Because like I felt the same way about A Raisin in the Sun before watching A Raisin in the Sun. It's people coming into a room, going out of a room. I'm good. I don't need your room anymore. Glass Menagerie. People coming into a room, going out of a room. I don't need the room. Fuck it. So that was my impression of this, and why I probably never watched it, and why I never bothered with the play, because I don't need these people coming in and out of rooms the whole damn time. But this was good. Like, I really liked this. I liked it almost entirely because of the performances by the three leads. I think Elizabeth Taylor and Paul Newman get their just desserts in this. I think more people should talk about how great Burl Ives is as Big Daddy, because he was fucking awesome.
Wasn't he, though?
That scene in the basement, the conversation between him and Brick,
yeah,
that broke me. Like, that was the scene of the movie for me.
Okay.
Like, all the rest of it had some good stuff. That was the heart of what was going on in this movie, was that relationship.
Yeah.
So, but you had seen it before. And we're going to have to, maybe this is where we start. Maybe we start by talking about the differences between the movie and the play. But broad strokes, what this is about is Maggie the cat is married to Brick, the drunk, and she loves Brick.
Ugh.
And she wants so much of that D. But not... we're going to talk about this too, because the 90210 of this fucks me up a little bit. Because 90210 does a terrible job of intimating what this play is about. Or what this
is why I hate... This is why I hate any time they put a play in a show, because they bastardize it. They don't even take excerpts from it. I'm going to throw out a show right now that does a terrible, but a great example of this. It was 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter.
Okay.
Those girls did a production of The Diary of Anne Frank. It is not okay.
Wow.
It's not okay for so many reasons. But the stuff that they change, I'm like, oh my God, this is why we are.
Wow. That's amazing. But something anyway, I never want to see.
Don't ever. That's probably why I quit the show.
Okay. Why you quit 8 Simple Rules?
Yes.
Like, you were in it?
No.
Oh, you mean quit watching it? Gotcha.
Yes, that makes a difference.
Yeah. So 90210 wants you to think that this movie is about a horny woman, because that's all you ever see of Laura and Brenda being Maggie. This movie's not about a horny woman. She's horny. But she's horny because she loves Brick, and Brick is conflicted. I don't know whether Brick is gay or whether Brick is bi, but Brick is not 100% straight, and he's not 100% comfortable with who he is. And that's why Brick drinks a fuck ton. Constantly throughout this movie, Brick is drinking until the end when it matters. They are at his family home because it's Big Daddy's birthday. His brother Gooper, which is a phenomenal fucking name, is there with his wife May, who sucks, and their 900 children, one of which was in Old Yeller and Swiss Family Robinson and Shaggy Dog and all those movies. We saw him in the Glenn Miller Story. I shouted him out then when I recognized him. That's a kid I've seen in like 6 movies when he was like between the ages of 8 and 10. So I know that face. So those obnoxious fucking children are around. It's Big Daddy's birthday, but he's coming back from a long stretch visiting a doctor. But he's got a clean bill of health, except that's mendacious. He's dying. Big Daddy's dying. And he doesn't know it. Big Mama doesn't know it. but the doctor knows it, and the doctor commences to telling everybody about it. So that's what's going on in this thing. Gooper and May are angling to get Big Daddy's estate because Brick is an ex-athlete drunkard. No one seems to know that he's gay, or everybody seems to know that he's gay, but nobody wants to say anything about it. But it's that subtext. And part of the reason Brick is all torn up is because of something that happened with Skipper, his old high school teammate, because that's all they were, was teammates. They did some good things on the football field together. And I guess Skipper's dead. I guess he killed himself.
Oh, he's dead.
It's a little bit hard to tell because they yada yada it quite a bit in the movie. Yeah. You know, like, I mean, you pick up on it. He's dead. Pretty sure he's dead because of their relationship, whatever happened there. But we don't hear much about it. And it all devolves. There's lots and lots of yelling, lots and lots of arguing. And then there's a fantastic fucking scene in the basement. And then Maggie tells another lie. So I watched this and I went, okay, well, I see what this is. I see what's going on with this. I understand the conflict here, and it lands like a ton of bricks. Like, you feel every ounce of the weight that Brick is carrying. Mm-hmm. You feel every ounce of the weight that Maggie is carrying. Once Big Daddy learns the truth, you get to live in that for about 20 minutes, and it's a pretty amazing 20 minutes. And everybody else is just living lies, and it stinks. Nothing smells as bad as mendacity. Smells like death. So, but you did what's your relationship with the play? Have you seen it? Have you been in it? Have you read it? Like, because I have none. I have no relationship with this play.
Cheesemeisters, no one will be shocked. I want to be in this show desperately. I would like to be in any show right now.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But this one, definitely. Like every other woman. So I saw the movie probably when I was a teenager. And then I thought I had read the play, and I guess I had only read it once because in true Hermione fashion, I read through it this afternoon.
Okay.
I did skim some parts because really I was reading for like stuff between Brick and Big Daddy and then Brick and Maggie. Because I was like, this stuff has been altered.
Okay.
But I had seen the play back when our alma mater did it after I graduated. Because like I told you, I was dating someone in it at the time. And so, but again, as I'm reading through the play, I'm like, I'm pretty sure there was stuff cut out of the production and not done.
Like what?
I mean, what do you think? Like there's a much more explicit conversation between Big Daddy and Brick about people thinking that Brick and Skipper had an intimate relationship and that they were gay. And like Big Daddy is hinting at like, look, I was on the road. I went to the hobo jungles. Like Big Daddy is hinting at him also having an experience with other men because he's worldly. And sometimes the world puts other relationships in your path and you explore that. And he's very much trying to give Brick the ability to talk about this. Maybe not necessarily to come out because, again, it's the 60s. Like, they're only going to be so broad. But that's still pretty open for him to be like, look, we can talk about this. Brick is just so self-hating and, again, disgusted. And he can't bring himself to come to terms with whatever his sexuality may be. But like you said, he is definitely not 100% straight. You know, he talks about like the friendship Skipper and I had was a true like pure relationship. Why do people want to ruin that? Why do people want to say, and like he even I think Big Daddy mentions May and Gooper had hinted at it because of course they're always gossiping
Uh-huh.
about Brick and Maggie. But I mean, they do throw out the words like queer
Mm,
and in the mean way, but like also
sure.
as a label.
Mm-hmm.
Um and they throw out some other terms,
Mm,
and not necessarily ones that are, well, yeah, they're not great. But either way, I mentioned that to say there is a much more explicit conversation had
mm-hmm.
in the play than was done in this movie, and I certainly didn't see that in the production that I saw.
So when you saw this movie
Hmm.
before,
Yes.
did you pick up on Brick's sexuality as being like at the center of what was happening here?
No, it's embarrassing for me to admit as a theater practitioner, but at the same time, like coming from where we come from, like sheltered upbringing, like
Mm-hmm.
it didn't come across to me. I didn't think about it really until like going to school for theater and,
Mm.
where you're discussing scenes from plays or whole plays and things like this come up. And so no, I did not see it the first time through.
Okay, because neither did Laura. She had seen it before, and we were watching it last night. It was funny. She had no intention of watching it, but I put it on, and she sat down, and then like an hour and a half later, like she got up.
Because it's
You know,
captivating.
it's
Oh,
good. It's really good. But I pointed it out. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what this is. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, Brick's gay. Like that's why he won't sleep with Maggie. Like he hates himself for who he is and this relationship that he had that ended tragically, and he blames himself for that, and
mhm.
he's drinking himself into a stupor, and he's doing high jump hurdles at the high hurdles at 3 a.m. on the football field. um and she's like, God, I did not see that the first time I watched this. And she also was like, I feel kind of dumb. I'm like, I mean, it's not as overt as it could be. And so like I went to work today and I was talking to Kevin, a friend of mine who like is a big theater guy and a big movie guy. And we had talked about us watching this movie. And I was like, hey, you've seen this before. Um, do you know, like when this came out, like did people understand what this was about? And he's like, oh my God, it's so tame compared to the play.
It really is because Brick even goes into in the discussion he's having where he's revealing everything of why he's disgusted and the disgust within and with the world. He talks about how Maggie and Skipper did sleep together because Skipper was trying to prove that he wasn't gay.
Ah, okay. See, God, that was
And
so
then
muddled in this movie, but okay.
it's so muddled, and that was the Maggie Skipper of it all is also was confused has been confusing to me for a long time because they want you to believe one thing, but then because of how it's discussed, it's not clear. And because mendacity is such a big theme, you're kind of left wondering at the very end, like, well, what was true?
Right. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, there's just it's so hard to like this movie when I love Tennessee Williams.
Mm.
And um and to see how they picked apart his play and changed it so much and like I mean they do this with musicals even,
Hmm.
and because things on stage can't translate the same way on screen, like
Sure.
you would probably go a little stir crazy watching the play because if you thought the movie stayed in one room, oh boy, the play is just in Brick and Maggie's room the whole
Yeah.
time.
I could picture it. I mean, the whole
Something
time I'm watching it, I'm watching this as a play. I get it.
something else that was left out from uh play to movie, the plan yeah, it's a plantation. The
Hmm.
plantation that Big Daddy owns, and he bought that, I think, bought it, whatever. Two men lived there together
Huh.
before and owned it, and they shared Maggie and Brick's room.
Oh, wow.
So there
Interesting.
are those ghosts hanging
Yeah.
over them. And so the whole point of them being stuck in that one room is to kind of, I mean, one, like the line I just said, they're in a cage.
Yeah.
And then he feels, or he wants to be isolated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And isolation is kind of a big theme with Williams as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll have to at some point do a little more Tennessee Williams. But, what's with all these horny Southern women? Like Eve was not Eve, but who's
It's
not
because
Eve?
it's so hot.
Who's not Eve? What the hell's her name?
Blanche Dubois.
No, in All About Eve.
Oh, Margot Channing.
Margot. Because she's the one who doesn't understand why there's so many plays with horny
Yes.
Southern women or whatever. It's All About Eve. That's all I remember.
Well, Tennessee Williams was gay, and I don't know
mm-hmm.
how out he was at the time, but this is definitely the most front and center character he has.
Oh, okay.
Who is gay. There's
mm-hmm.
a character in Streetcar Named Desire who we never see. He's died before the story even begins, but that Blanche Dubois is destroyed over. Like, so I don't know if he had women chasing after him and he wasn't able to be what they wanted to be because of course he's gay. But it feels like there's something there.
Well, yeah, that I would agree with that. I have seen Streetcar. That's
Okay.
another one where people go into a room and then they leave the room and they come back in the room again.
And they're hot and horny.
There's a lot of hot and
Except,
horny.
of course, there's so much more because, I mean, lust is just a stand-in for yearning or hiding.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the play versus the movie. It's way more obvious what's going on in the play than it is in the movie, but it's still there enough that you feel the weight of it in this movie in such a way that, like, the reason that I was wondering if it hit, if it was obvious to audiences in 1958 that that's what this was about, was if you don't think it's about that, what do you think Brick's so upset about?
Oh, that Maggie cheated.
I don't get that at all.
That's how I first interpreted it. I interpreted he was, because I was a kid. I didn't know. Like, again, talk about me watching stuff too young, and at the same time, I'd rather have watched it young and then come back to it later than never see it at all. But man, life experience really changes how you see things. But yeah, I always assumed he was upset with Maggie for cheating.
Interesting. Okay. Laura thought that it was like, that he was upset at his, like, not misspent, but his gone youth.
Well, that's another thing that I
mean,
picked
it's
up
part
on
of
more
it.
this time. It is, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's not as, I don't think it looms as large as the movie wanted it to.
I don't think it looms large enough for it to be the driving force.
Agreed.
Like his behavior and his drunkenness and his, like, refusal to touch her it seems petty and weird if it's not because of his self-hate over his homosexuality. Like, it just, without that very obvious underpinning, I don't think it makes any damn sense. Like,
no, that's true.
Yeah, so I was watching, I was like, wow, I would be interested to watch this and not get that. And wonder if I still thought it was any good.
Stupid.
Right, but I mean, like, sometimes you don't get stuff. And, we watch things and then we grow and we learn and we have life experiences and we watch things again and we go, oh fuck, I didn't know what that was about.
Yeah.
Like I missed that entirely. We've talked about this with music before, like songs that like, well, I did not know that that's what that song was about. And now
Yeah.
I feel every chord.
Mm-hmm.
I feel every note, every word. I get it. It stabs me in the throat. I feel it. And that there's something great about that realization, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it would be true here too. Like, although it's weird that it's like, that you have this experience with it that's like, I didn't get it, so I feel dumb that I didn't get it. Now I watched it and I get it and I really liked it, and now I read the play and I'm mad about it. Like you got a whole thing going on and it's totally justifiable, but like this
I usually
real
do.
big shift happening.
Well, it gets worse because the ending is what really grinds my gears, to be honest.
Okay, tell me.
Um, because the movie the movie makes Maggie a bit more submissive. Actually, no, it just makes her more submissive in the end, when really she takes the power back.
Mm-hmm.
And, the movie ties everything up in a fairly nice bow.
Mm-hmm.
We have been through a lot tonight, everyone, but you know what? Brick's going to get better. They're going to finally have sex and he's going to impregnate her. Although, quite frankly, I'm like, how? You've been drinking all night. That's going to,
Yeah.
her wrist is going to be sore the next day. Um,
Whatever
anyway.
do you mean? Um,
Something's going to be sore. A job's going to
yeah,
be done and it's going to be tiring.
that's right. So
Anyway,
how does the play end? Because I feel differently about the end of the movie, but tell me how the play ends.
so you still have Maggie telling everyone that she's pregnant and Big Daddy confirming, like, this woman has life in her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Brick, finally they're in the room alone and he goes, and she's like, the click? And he goes, it clicked. And
Oh, I like
she,
that.
right? That
Yeah, I like
alone
that.
is
Mm-hmm.
better. He's like, the click. And she goes and locks up all the liquor.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, this is not verbatim. Go read it. His writing is better than my improv. But she takes the power back and says, you can have your alcohol back after you've impregnated me.
Okay.
And it's, you know, I'm not even interested in getting into the discussion of like how messed up that is, but it is far more interesting and true to this story than what Hollywood wrote.
Okay. That's interesting. The click thing is like, yes, like that is like, I don't know why you change that, because they leave the click is in there the whole time.
Yes.
Like the click and crutches are through lines throughout this whole movie.
Yeah.
Whether it's his real crutch or Maggie as his crutch or him and Big Daddy using each other for a crutch to get up the stairs. Like there's all of that. And he's got the click that he tries to soothe with the booze, and Big Daddy's got the click in his belly. So boy, that would have been great.
I forgot to,
Hmm.
because right, she has. I want to read a little bit of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, do it.
She has this, these lines of like, oh, you weak people, you weak, beautiful people. You just need someone to take hold of you gently with love. And she says, I do love you, Brick. I do. And he goes, wouldn't it be funny if that was true?
The
end.
Okay, that's interesting. I
Right?
totally think it's true. I totally think she loves Brick.
No, I do too. And it's such
Yeah.
but I think having his line in there, again, it refuses to let us leave with any idea that they are happy and okay.
Okay, but that's also how I think the movie ends.
See, but the movie,
I think you got to ignore a lot of shit if you think that's a happy ending.
true. Well,
Right?
I think the movie tried to ignore a lot of shit, and they wanted the audience to ignore a lot of shit.
I probably, yeah. But I think that, like, the idea that that last scene between Brick and Maggie after she locks the door isn't just a continuation of the lie
Mm-hmm.
is you're fooling yourself, audience. Like, he's not suddenly straight. He's not suddenly not an alcoholic. Big Daddy's suddenly not about to drop dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, had to quiet the
Thank
crowd.
you.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, all of the things that they've been lying about, they are still lying about. But now they kind of admit that they're lying about it. And I don't think this movie has a happy ending. I think it has a horny ending. Um I think I think what Maggie does at the end, like claiming to be pregnant in order to shut down uh what do they call
Meg.
her? Yeah, but what do they call her? Sister woman.
Oh, sister woman.
Sister woman. Shut up. They tell May to shut up like 7 times in this movie, and I loved every one of them. I wanted
Okay,
May to shut up a lot.
shout out to casting because that woman has the perfect face for that character.
Yeah, she does.
Like, I'll leave it at that. It's there's
Uh-huh.
nothing wrong with her face. It's the perfect face for that kind of character.
Yeah. All right, so I want to talk about the end of this movie a little bit because it landed for me pretty well. Not
Okay.
having seen the play, but just as the movie. Because you get, as I said, what for me is the best part of the movie is not her, which is surprising because she's the only thing I know about. It's Brick and Big Daddy in the basement. That whole conversation where it goes from uh, Big Daddy like acknowledging that he's about to die,
Mm-hmm.
and him and Brick getting into it. Brick telling him, "Look at all this shit. All you've spent your life doing is buying and owning and growing and never once loving." And he's like, "No, I bought all this for you." It's like, "Yeah, you bought it. You don't love anybody. You don't even like people." And that feels true from what we've seen of Big Daddy until Big Daddy talks about his daddy.
Yeah.
And that watching this is why Burl Ives, I don't know what that other movie was, but fuck me if he doesn't get an award for just this scene, because to watch him go from doubled over in pain because he's dying
Oh.
to defending his life's choices because he was trying to overcome what his dad never left him. My dad was a tramp. He never had any money. He left me this empty suitcase with a uniform in it. But then he tells the story of like just like the way that his dad was and how he died, chasing the train and all that stuff. And this, you see the little boy in Burl Ives' old about to die face. You
Yeah.
see that child and what he took from his father, that love that he didn't even know that he had, because all he saw was what he didn't have.
Yeah.
So he spent his life trying to provide for his family the thing he never had, without realizing that he should have been giving them the thing that his dad gave him. And that is that's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it's heartbreaking, and it is, and you see its impact on Brick. Like, that they fucking almost have the conversation where, like, can we really talk about what we're talking about? And then they don't, because Hollywood 1958.
Yeah.
And Maggie sees some of this. Maggie sees Brick sobbing.
Yeah.
And leaves. And Big Daddy tells him not to cry, which is like, I wish he hadn't said that, but I get it. Just it's the time, and it's how men dealt with each other and so forth. But she goes upstairs from seeing a piece of that. She didn't even see the good part. She sees the rancor. And so she goes upstairs, and Gooper the cat and May the cat have like a plan. They got a big plan. Here, look at it, Big Mama the cat. And she's like, I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't know what's in them papers. I don't want to know about them papers, none.
I want Brick.
Yeah. And Maggie is so sick at what they're doing and who they are and how they are trying to bully this woman and make sure they get theirs. And I mean, in part, she wants to protect what she thinks is rightly Brick's, but she also, I think mostly she just hates these two fuckers.
Well, and who doesn't? They're awful.
They're terrible.
I completely did not remember Gooper's moment near the end where you can briefly empathize with him, you know? And he's like, I didn't need Big Daddy's love, but I wanted some respect. I deserve at least that much.
Right.
I've gone off and done the things. I don't need him to love me. I don't even really need him to like me.
Right. I just need him to give me what I've earned.
Yeah. And, that's fair. But he and May are not great together. And yeah, you don't want them to win. And again, for how conniving they're being. Yeah, I don't even know where I was going. It's awful. And so I don't know. I always felt Maggie's loneliness, and I always got so riled up when I saw how people talked to her and talked about her and misunderstood her. Something about that just always angered me. And
interesting.
And even though I can watch it a bit more objectively and be like, okay, well, she's also looking out for her own, but she grew up poor and she doesn't have anyone else looking out for her. So I don't know. You can't say anything bad about Maggie the cat to me, because I'm like, no, I get it. I understand all of her choices. They're not perfect. And she even says, I'm not a good person. No one who can be.
Right. So, okay, let me ask you this. Why do you think Maggie lied about being pregnant? And when do you think she decided to do that?
I mean,
because I think there's a lot of ways to look at it. I'm curious how it feels to you.
I'll go with the obvious first. It's been a long night. She's sick and tired of May and that bullshit. And I think she's pulling out the last card available to her.
Okay.
And I think she sees that they have had a plan for a long time. And I think she starts trying to come up with the plan of her own and trying to take back the power that has been, pulled away from her all evening. And I don't know. I'm not sure exactly when she makes this decision, because I didn't mention this. There are also, and we don't need to go into it because I need to stick to the movie, but there are two different, or they're not too different. There's a revised ending of the play that includes Big Daddy more and is more in. It's a bit more in line with the movie, except for the whole coming together. It still has her taking the power in that moment about you weak, beautiful people, and I do love you. So, but I'm curious what your thoughts are.
I think she makes the decision when she comes back upstairs. We don't see her come back upstairs, but I think her seeing Brick break down like that is a moment for her, because
Yeah.
she sees the truth of that in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is maybe the first honest thing she's seen in this entire movie, is Brick breaking down in tears and saying how everything is worthless and he's worthless, and whatever it was he said when he was trashing the basement.
Yeah.
I think that's when she decides to do it. But I think that the reason why she does it is because she understands that Gooper and May cannot get what they want, because what they want is a bigger affront to the truth than all of Brick's lying about who he is and repressing all of the things he feels. She doesn't see any honesty in them. It's only manipulation. And
Yeah.
she is sick of it. Like, she's been in that room the whole night listening to these two assholes yell at this woman who's about to lose her husband, who, by the way, just found out. And I also think that Maggie is the only one that Big Daddy and Big Mama like.
Yes. And like, you don't get that the first time you see Big Mama and Maggie together, because like
But she keeps asking for her.
But yeah, exactly.
She's like, "What, May? What's that?" Or Maggie, what's Big Daddy say when he thinks that things are whatever it is? And she's like, "Bull."
Yeah, no. She has a closeness with Big Daddy and Big Mom as well, but I would say Big Daddy more.
Yeah.
And so having that kid is going to be, it's almost like she knows it's not going to be enough for Gooper and May's brains to
it doesn't
accept.
matter.
Well, I know, but what I mean is, without a child, if Big Daddy were to change the will without her saying the lie,
they would contest.
Then they're never going to understand. They're going to like fight. But now that he's said, "I have sired a child by Brick."
Yeah.
Now they, even though they don't believe it, it's like, well, now they can't really fight it.
Right. Because Big Daddy's going to die before she has the baby anyway. So it doesn't matter if it's true.
Yeah.
It just matters that he believes it, and I don't even think he believes it. Like, I think he stood there grateful for the lie.
Yeah.
You know? What is that song?
I mean, I love... What song?
There's a song where the lyric is, she had nothing left to say, so she said she loved me, and I stood there grateful for the lie. It's a really good lyric. But he stood there grateful for the lie, and it gives him the cover he needs to make the decision that he has always wanted to make.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to give it to Gooper. Look at these fuckers. This kid name's Gooper, for God's sake. He named one kid Goop and another kid Brick. Like, which one do you think he likes? But he knows that there's all this shit going on with Brick, and it's really going to be hard to justify this decision.
Yeah.
But Maggie knows that if she tells him this, it provides him the cover he needs to do the thing that he has always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Brick, to his credit, sees it too.
Yeah.
Not until she's a step ahead of him. Like, not until she lies does Brick get it. But you can see it in those ridiculously well-lit blue eyes, that he sees what's happening here. And after having that whole conversation in the basement and seeing the kid that his dad was, and understanding that while he might be fighting this inner battle, so was his dad this whole time.
Yeah.
And he sees that in his father, and he understands the role he can play in, if not healing his father, maybe starting to heal himself.
Yeah.
And so he goes with it.
I like how Big Daddy and Brick validate her lie with this woman has life in her.
Yeah.
And like,
Yep. It's not the same thing.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
later on he goes, truth is desperate, and Maggie is that.
Oh, 100% that.
Oh, like it was almost a little snarky, but there was, I really liked that moment because for some reason, it's one of those, it's so well written that you're yearning for this, at least for me, I'm rooting for this couple from the very beginning, even though they're messed up and he's clearly unhappy. And yet,
yeah,
I don't know, maybe this is me and watching anything about couples or friendship, but like that, I really liked that moment near the end because it felt like you don't completely hate her. And that's all I need.
I don't think Brick hates her at all.
No.
I think he wants to be able to love her.
Of course.
But he can't love himself. And by the way, I looked it up. It's a song called Lost Horizons by the Gin Blossoms. So obviously, thematically, this movie is about mendacity.
Mm-hmm.
It's about lies and the truth. And I think there's more truth in this than is on the surface, but I don't think truth wins out.
No.
Like, because I think, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, on the outside and people looking in, no one wants the truth. We all want to believe that the people we envy and look up to are living the beautiful life we see.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really want to know the truth. And so then it becomes really tough for those people who are living those lives because they're forced to live this happy existence. And in the 50s, especially, that was very much the thing of like, nope, everyone keep a smile on, where we are not acknowledging anything bad in the world. You got it? It's a nuclear family, baby.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely. These people in this movie are, all they do is lie to each other and themselves.
Yep.
It's all they do the whole time. And even when the truth breaks through a little bit, like she has life in her. That's the truth. It's not the truth. It's not what they don't mean what they're saying. They mean what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right? They mean that, like, she has a fire in her. She has life. Not that she is with child. Like, that is not what they're saying. And May calls bullshit on all of it because May wants to tell the truth when it suits her. And it suits her that Maggie, that we can hear through these walls. We can hear the begging and we can hear the refusal. Like,
you bitch.
I know. May's superiority complex in this thing because she has a fertile womb.
Oh my God.
She puts out them children's.
Fertile myrtle.
Yeah, 100%. But like, and everyone spends the movie lying to Big Daddy about the fact that he's going to die. And it turns out Big Daddy's been lying to Big Mama this whole time because Big Daddy wants to fuck. Like,
he's
when
tired of her ass.
When he thinks he's beat it and all he has is some kind of gastrointestinal upset, whatever it was that they said it was, I don't remember.
Spastic colon.
Where he's like, I just want to come on young girls' faces. Like, that's all I want to do.
So gross. He's like, I just want to strip him naked and strangle him with mink and diamonds.
Skeet, skeet, skeet.
Gross.
That's all he wants to do. Yeah,
Yikes.
no, Big Daddy has been living this lie this whole time. And when he finally hears the truth that he's going to die, even that doesn't penetrate. Because, and here's the other place Burl Ives should have won an award. When he starts talking about how he's going to buy the textile mill, and not only is he going to grow the cotton, but he's going to manufacture the cotton, and he's going to sell the cotton in in 2 years. And he realizes he's not going to be here. And his face changes. And it is fucking heartbreaking. And you're just like, God, like what? And it was a turn of expression. And it lands like a ton of bricks. It's brick. That's his name. It's just, I don't know. There's something about that performance that, and maybe it's almost being 50. I don't fucking know. But like, you know, it's like, I felt every bit of that thing. It was impressive to me. What else do you want to say about this movie, or do you want to go talk about intimacy?
Let's talk about intimacy.
All right, and just forewarning, I don't have anything for Needle Drop Forest. Like, there's the music in this is like nothing. So let's talk about intimacy.
Elevator music.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so this is definitely one of those movies where, you want an intimacy person in just so you can have the discussion of like, where throughout this can we add things? Because you've got someone who's not main object. Well, yeah, one of her main objectives in this is she is seducing the entire time. She is trying to bring Brick back to her. Mm-hmm. And you know, she has other tactics. You know, she's trying to keep bubbly and upbeat and interesting, talking about this and that and sharing things about his family with him. Like, well, you know, Big Daddy is dying of cancer. Like, you know, engaging with him and not just being a gossip, you know, and being witty and things. But, you know, then she has these moments of, is my C-mom straight? And the way they shot it, too, of just showing her legs and he's just laying there, like, indifferent. You know, there are so many moments throughout this that, like, you've got to figure out when we're playing it up for her and then, like, he's just avoidant. But what does that look like? I mean, you know, another tactic, she's undressing in front of him, which, you know, we undress in front of our partners, you know, or not everyone may, but, you know, I think a lot of people probably do. Like you achieve a level of comfort with the other person. And you just, you know, be strutting around in your undergarments like she is for some of this.
Also, you know what they want to see. Here it is, baby. Look, don't think that every time I walk through my bedroom naked, I don't tell my wife that she is welcome for what I'm giving her. And she goes back to knitting or reading her book and ignoring my silliness.
Yep. And that's the power we have.
Mm-hmm. But I'm like, here it is. I know what you're looking for. Same thing. Me and Maggie the cat. Same. I should have got that part instead of Brenda.
Oh
Maggie the cat is alive. I am alive. Right? You think Roy Randolph would have cast me?
No.
I mean, look, you can't make Maggie a dude because it ruins the subtext.
Yeah.
It like if Maggie was a dude, Brick would be like in a great mood the whole movie.
Right.
Yeah, he'd be like, all my problems are solved. This here is Skipper.
Although
Anyway, go ahead.
it would need to be a guy and no one else, because I mean because he's having such a hard time accepting this about himself because of
Right.
what he has had in like put in his brain from society. Like, even though this is what's wild, even if you haven't had people say explicitly bad things around you, you get the vibe
Sure.
from the world and society of what is okay to be and not to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm trying to think of the specific moments where, I mean, she has these moments where she's like caressing him or going towards him and he immediately recoils.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down lines, and I really should have written down the action with it, but I thought my brain was better. You know, if I remember it, great. If not, that's okay. But there's intimate storytelling all throughout this. I mean, when she gives him this quick little peck of a kiss on his lips, and I mean, his face is immobile, just stone. And then once she leaves, he just very lightly brushes his lips as if to wipe the kiss off.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you wipe the kiss off? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's so good. Those stuff like this is so much fun. Even if you don't have the kiss in the end, you learn so much about their relationship and what they have been through, what they might go through, just from how they interact with each other. And you know, granted, they didn't have an IC at the time, but like, these actors are so good. And with Tennessee Williams, generally he has extensive notes in his plays.
Oh, like, really?
Oh my gosh, yes. The description of a scene is usually the entire first page. And now I kind of want to go back through his plays and see, I don't know, like, because he writes out descriptions of the emotions he's wanting to get across too, quite in depth. And I'm wondering if he writes in intimate physicalities as well. I didn't see him in this one, but again, I was speed reading. Yeah. And I was also reading to find other things. I wasn't necessarily reading to see the intimate notations.
Right.
But yeah, this play is intimacy, or lack thereof, is a big underlying theme.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you know, my God, the way all of these men are with the women in their lives, you would think they had been forced to marry them.
I know.
It's really quite sad. And
well, I mean, didn't
awful.
Big Daddy knocked her up first?
Well, yeah,
right.
But
they tell their whole backstory.
Yeah, no, the way Big Mama was telling the story, though, was like, you know, I was 4 months pregnant, and he said, I want to keep that child. I want it to be mine.
Yeah, exactly.
That could be the lie she's telling herself.
Yeah.
Instead of her daddy came out with a shotgun and said, you're going to marry my daughter.
Right, exactly.
But like,
Big Daddy wanted this the whole time.
From the movie, we don't learn a ton about May and Gooper's relationship, or how Brick and Maggie first courted. You know, like,
yeah,
May and Gooper, their intimacy, the only reason we know they're intimate is because of all the kids. But like,
right. Yeah,
they're very
aggressively
much
intimate.
But I don't feel any love between them. Like, it is a partnership, and that alone. This is business. Like, you know, she's going in like, no, we're just going to keep getting pregnant. The more kids I have will solidify your stake in this property.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, girl, give your body a break, please.
Yeah. She's constantly pregnant, this one.
Oh my God. Yeah. I meant to analyze the kiss at the very end more, because the way I remembered it was her walking towards him. But they both end up walking towards each other and kind of
Yeah.
deciding together that we're gonna do this. We're gonna be together tonight, and we're going to pretend that it's like it was before. And it's not a sweeping, passionate kiss. It is, it's a kind kiss, like there's an embrace, and it looks romantic, but like I said, it's not some big swooping, I'm better now and I'm going to be the man you need me to be and I love you and this was all just a
Right.
phase.
Yeah, no, this was again the end of the movie's a lie.
Yeah.
It's not, there is no truth in any of that other than I'm gonna make an honest woman of you.
Yeah.
He gives him the Kaneki to Rizzo.
Yes.
That's largely what it's about.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more intimacy?
No, I'm really mad I can't remember that let go Maggie moment, but it has to just be her going in and him outright refusing to be touched by her.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, so I may not remember exactly what happens there, but then he goes into the bathroom and he's like up against a robe, a nightgown of hers, and inhaling it. And it was an interesting moment of like, huh? And I mean, granted, we know he's not 100% straight, so he could be bi, and that I don't believe that's what they were hinting at in 1958. Because we can barely get people to acknowledge bi now.
Right.
But it's a very, but yeah, what do you think that means?
I mean, you could read it, I guess, as like he has a desire to cross dress. I don't think that's there in any place else in the movie. You could read it as his desire to connect.
Mm.
In some way, which in like that's a bigger reach for him than being willing to have sex with her. Like the chance that he might connect to another person like is a bigger vulnerability than he is able to show.
Yeah.
Until he's sobbing, in front of his dad.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Sniffing
I'd
is one of those.
I'd love to know if like someone asked Paul Newman why he did that, like what his answer was, and I don't know if he was ever asked.
I'd love to know too. I did read somewhere that he felt. I don't have the exact words for. Basically, what they did with erasing a lot of the of Brick's hidden queerness, he found that to be pretty weak, like, and very thin. Which I think is why he ends up doing such an amazing performance, because he still leans into that.
Yeah.
And not in like a he thinks Brick is gay. He knows that Brick is hiding something, and it's probably that, and he's not shying away from it. That's what I loved about the actors in this. Like, in spite of everything that was cut out, they still went for it.
They were playing the truth of the show. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's so incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they I was wowed by them. Just
me too.
And I've seen Elizabeth Taylor in things. I couldn't tell you. Like I was going through that AFI list today just out of curiosity to see where I'm at, and I'm at 80 out of 100. Like it's pretty much, like there's a bunch I haven't seen, but a lot of the stuff I haven't seen, like there's a few things from like 1926 and stuff like that, but there's a big chunk of stuff from the 50s that I never watched.
Hmm.
You know, and I don't know why. Like, it just, you know, some of it is, I think they were based on plays where people go into a room and say a thing and then go into another room.
Ooh, I'd love to see which ones they are, because you know me, I love things that are reminiscent of a play.
Yeah,
if not a play.
I'm sure a lot of them are play. We can talk about it. Nobody wants to hear me read a list on here.
No.
But we can definitely talk about it. All right, what else time? Is this anyone's defining role?
I feel like, yes. I mean, here's the thing. Paul Newman and Elizabeth Taylor have so many defining roles. You know,
Yeah.
he is Butch Cassidy. He's Daddy. I'm sorry. He is Brick.
He's your daddy.
Yeah.
What?
Listen,
He's Fast Eddie Felson.
watching this too. Huh?
He's Fast Eddie Felson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's Henry Gondorf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's so many characters, and like I first saw her in National Velvet. Yeah, hers is a lot. Hers is a resume I have not seen enough off of.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
she's just someone I grew up hearing, you look just like her. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I'll take it.
Absolutely. Still got it, according to my mom, and you can't shirk that kind of compliment.
That's right.
So I think for me, this is her defining role.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's her image everyone is always trying to emulate when they do this poster.
Well, I mean, it's why Brenda wore the white, and why Samantha Sanders wore the white, and Laura Kingman wore the white. Like, they're all trying to look like Elizabeth Taylor. Except for, I mean, I don't know why would you get these two blonde ladies trying to play this role, weirdo.
Right? Stop taking our roles.
Roy Randolph is a visionary. He's switching it up in the biggest way possible. Blondes for brunettes.
Yeah. Burl Ives, I know mostly.
Of course you do. He's the snowman. Yes.
He's the snowman.
Yes, that's what Burl Ives. That's who Burl Ives is. Come on.
Oh, I love his voice.
But holy shit, is he good in this?
My God, I know. I can't know him just from Rudolph anymore. He's too good.
He's too good in this. Okay. I texted you something in the middle of this movie, and I said, when you get to the part where that made me think this, you're going to 100% know what it was. Was I right?
Yes.
Okay. What part was it? Confirm for the people.
They got the tetanus shot.
It is.
The polio shot. The diphtheria shot.
Uh-huh. When May is walking up the stairs talking about giving kids vaccines, I went, oh shit, I never realized that Dot in Raising Arizona is based on May. She's pregnant. She's got all these kids. She's, letting them run. Got to get that dip tat high.
Sticking their whole ass hand into ice cream.
Yes. Yeah. But her walking up the stairs talking about the shots, I went, oh, fuck. Good job, Frances McDormand, channeling May. In that 2 scene. He's an angel straight from heaven.
I know.
It's so fucking great. Yeah, so we said talk about Dot and the dip tat. What if you get run over? Okay, you answered this very briefly, but I need to know if young Paul Newman in a bathroom does anything near the same thing as old Paul Newman in a bathroom does to you.
My God, because he's being horrible in this too. He's being all like, "Get away from me." Okay. You mean get closer, right?
Right.
Look, I'm undressed. How did that happen?
Oh no, I'm only wearing a slip.
You're disgusted by me? I am too.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea. My God, because again, you brought it up perfectly when you said the way the lights grab his
eyes fuck me, those eyes in this movie. Jesus Christ.
I mean, both of them. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God, if they really did have children, their eyes could end world hunger.
Yeah, just bring about world peace.
Oh
World
my,
peace. Those eyes.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I'm honestly like, you bring up the
Kinda.
question, young Paul Newman and older, and I'm like, let's talk about dream threesome here between those two. But like, I'd be too distracted by their beauty the whole time. I would just
Yeah.
be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be making jokes.
Sure. I get it. Yeah, they'd be making babies.
Okay.
You got life in you.
Thank
What else you
God.
got?
Oh wait. Okay, this is completely not important, but when that child comes in shooting a gun, was
Oh
that
my
a real
God.
gun?
I went, fuck!
That looked like a real ass gun.
It was a fake gun, but it made the banging noise, and I was like, that was aggressive.
Okay, yeah, and her in that moment of like, child, someone ought to tell you. Like, listen, I like children. I really do. Just because I don't have them is not linked to that. I love working with children, but I have I'd be lying if I said I didn't have that moment with my own niece and nephews who are quite loud
Sure.
because they have fun in ways that their auntie does not. And I have definitely been that way with them of like, okay, it's a little loud.
Yeah.
Do we have to be? Oh, we do. Okay, you're going to keep yelling. Okay.
I'm going to go over here now. Yeah.
Yeah. They make
it.
me feel like I need Valium.
Yeah. The kids in this movie are amazingly obnoxious. Like, good job, actor kids.
So good.
Yeah. And I was kind of in on this movie when Maggie put ice cream in that kid's face.
Oh, yes.
I was a big fan of that.
Exquisite.
I was like, yep, no notes, do it again. That was great. Back to one. Just because I want to wipe that kid's face off again. I want to see him. I want to see her just get smushed. Ice cream. I look like sherbet. I think it was sherbet. I think it was a face full of sherbet.
It was so soft. I was worried about that kid for many reasons because, they were letting her just eat it.
Oh God, that kid nauseous after. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't know what lactose intolerance was. They knew what a spastic colon was, but the kids don't get that.
Eating the same thing over and over and over again is so awful.
Yeah, it's no good. Do you have what else you got?
That's all.
All right. So what is this the EST of for you?
Oh my God, I have no idea. You know what? Yeah, because I really have no idea and I don't have something quirky or witty. But I think this might be the best Tennessee Williams play.
Okay.
His era.
Tell me, give me like high points. What? Because I just know Tennessee Williams is a playwright.
And I say that as someone who's like been yearning to play Blanche Dubois since, adulthood. There's Streetcar Named Desire.
Mm-hmm.
There's The Glass Menagerie.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I just don't like Tennessee Williams plays. That's what I guess. Okay, go ahead.
You might not. It's not for everyone. But he's written stories for sad, desperate, lovesick women. What's not to love?
He likes writing plays where people walk into a room, say some stuff, and then leave the room again.
Walter's probably not a big fan either because he did a play of his called Camino Real. Camino Real. I don't know, but it's not great. And then I remember doing a project on The Night of the Iguana. There's something about roses.
Well, Glass Menagerie, Blue
No, no,
Roses.
not that one. There's a
Oh.
play. I feel like with roses in the title. That might have been the last one he wrote. Can you tell I have a theater degree? Those are all I can list right now. I
Okay.
feel like there've got to be more, but
So
the
this is at
three.
least the third I've seen then, because I've seen the movie Streetcar. I've seen a stage production of Glass Menagerie. Pretty sure that was like a children's theater production. When I was in
Oh,
grade school or
interesting.
something. Yeah. Um, at like one of the theaters in Louisville. And now this I liked quite a bit. And again, the performances were fantastic. And I didn't dislike Streetcar, but yeah, I still have a negative feeling about plays that are just come into the room, say some stuff, and go in another room.
I will say, from a financial standpoint, it's desired
No, I
because you
get
only
it.
have you only have
No,
one set.
I totally get it. I mean, it's most of theater is
Yeah,
is that, and that's not to say that I don't like theater, because I do.
yeah.
But yeah, if it's just like, I don't, there's something claustrophobic that I don't enjoy about the in that room thing.
Summer and Smoke. That's another one.
Oh, okay.
Um, okay, those are all my
Probably a
desperate
room
women.
involved.
No, that one. I don't think that one takes place in just one room. That's more about a small town. Uh,
Hmm.
I need to reread that one too. Yeah, that's a good one. That's, I think, understated.
Okay.
Um, but people always want to do Streetcar or Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Yeah.
I
Roy
mean, for
Randolph
good
did.
reason.
Hmm.
What?
Roy Randolph
Oh,
did.
fuck Roy Randolph.
Well, in Roy's defense.
No.
Um, for me, this is the most mendacious movie. It's just 100% lies all throughout it.
Mendacity. It's
That's right.
avarice.
That's right.
Greed.
That's right. Give me some more of that. Um, all right. Once again, we have proven my theory that everything comes back to Aaron Spelling.
Even Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Yep. Even this movie. Even Maggie the cat.
Just
All
stand
right.
on, I guess.
That's right. So join us here next week, Cheesemeisters, when we watch season 4, episode 31, Mr. Walsh Goes to Washington, part 1. And join us here next Friday when we watch what can only be described as a foundational text in the life of Jeff Taylor. We are going to watch The Jerk. Have you seen The Jerk?
I think I've tried watching it and I didn't finish it.
Okay. There are movies that if you are, yep. You mean I'm going to stay this color?
I know he was raised in a black family.
That's right. I was born a poor black child. See, I don't like from the first line of this movie. How do you not like? I'm in, totally in on this movie.
I don't know. I'm dead inside.
Oh, get ready to be alive and.
I'm alive.
Navin R. Johnson is alive. I can't wait. I love The Jerk so much. So we're going to watch that for part 1 of the season finale. And I'm not going to tell you what we're watching for part 2 yet, because if I do, it's probably going to spoil a plot point.
Oh, Jesus.
But I know that you're going to be excited.
Oh, yay! I can't wait.
It is a film that we have discussed that you like. So, can't wait. Yep. So until then, Cheesemeisters.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Click.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, you want to say it?
No, you did it. Good job.